Okay, let's call Senator Ted Cruz about the Texas no speakerphone rule. 214-599-8749.
Senator Cruz's office, how can I help you?
Great. My name is Rudy Davis, and I live in zip code 75126 area, and I'd like to leave a message for Senator Ted Cruz regarding a prison issue, a prison issue.
Okay. Yeah, absolutely.
Great. All right. Well, I've been in the prison ministry for several years. I have a website where I advocate for the unjustly incarcerated. The name of the website is Year of Jubilee, Jubile.
Okay.
Everybody wants to spell it with two E's, but it's spelled with one E, just like the King James Bible, yearofjubilee.com. And what we do is we collect stories, kind of like the Innocence Project, except they only work on cases with DNA involved. We look at cases no matter, mainly we focus on political prisoners, and we believe there's a massive problem with the criminal justice system. I'm not asking Ted Cruz to fix that. I believe that Jesus Christ is going to have to come back and fix that. It's so messy. But here's the deal. I communicate with prisoners all over the country, every state, right? And if you look at my website, you'll see 30 to 40 political prisoners that we communicate with. Many of them can call me on the phone from prison, and I have to put money on their phone account, and I record them, right? And I let them tell their story of why they are innocent, why they got a bad deal in trial, what happened that caused the jury to vote guilty, and it's kind of like giving a voice to the voiceless. People will decide whether they think they're innocent or not, and because I believe that we have a massive conflict of interest. There's been books written about it called Blind Injustice. There's all kinds of books written on the problems with the criminal justice system. Even the Texas governor, ex-governor Rick Perry, he mentions problems with the criminal justice system. And I believe there's a lot of innocent people in prison. You probably heard the statistic that America has 5% of the world's population, but we have 25% of the world's prison population. Well, anyway, I'm going a long way about explaining here's the problem that I'm facing with Texas specifically. There's a lady named Barbara Holder. She's in a Gatesville, Texas prison. She's been there over 20 years. A lot of people have contacted me and said, you need to look into her case. She's always maintained her innocence. She was convicted for, paying money to have her husband killed. Now, she wrote me a letter, and it's a long letter. But what I would like to do is I would like to have Barbara call me on the phone and explain her story so that people can hear her voice, hear her heart, and why people should believe that she's innocent. So I signed up for the Texas Friends and Family to get my phone approved for Barbara to call me. And this is one of the, even though I live in Texas, most of my prisoners are outside of Texas. So this is the first time I've ever tried to talk to a Texan, right? Well, all this forms and regulations and bureaucratic red tape, they made me sign that I can't put Barbara on a speakerphone. Well, that's crazy. I mean, they also have a rule that says you can't talk to Barbara if you have a prepaid cell phone like Metro PCS. Well, I have a Metro PCS cell phone where I prepay $80 for my wife and I to get unlimited data. It's like all of these bureaucratic red tape rules about, getting on the phone with Barbara and allowing her to tell her story is preventing me from, getting her story out as an investigative journalist or someone who advocates for the unjustly incarcerated. The really, really annoying one that I think is specific to Texas that I want Ted Cruz to be aware of. So everything that I've said is just context for this complaint. This is my complaint.
Yeah.
I think Texas has gone way too far in telling me, as a citizen of Texas, that I cannot put Barbara Holder, who's been sitting in prison over 20 years, on a speakerphone. When I fill out the forms to talk to Barbara and to get my number approved, it says that I can't put Barbara on a speakerphone. That's insanity. That's like bureaucratic red tape to the maximum. And the reason they do that, I don't know if you're aware, Texas is a one consent party state, and it means that I can record anybody, you can record anybody, but they don't want me to record Barbara, so they know they can't go against the Texas state law, so they say you just can't put her on a speakerphone, which prohibits me from recording her voice. My goal is to give a voice to the voiceless. I want people to hear her heart, I want people to hear her story, but some bureaucrat in the Texas penal system says, you can't put prisoners on a speakerphone. That no other state in all of the United States has that rule that I'm aware of. So that's my complaint is,
okay.
If Senator Ted Cruz could just look at that silly rule, and it's not an insignificant rule. It prohibits investigative journalists from recording these prisoners' voices. So that's what I would like Senator Ted Cruz to look at and to change, to get rid of.
Okay, yeah, absolutely. I will definitely pass that along. Thank you.
Great. And you mind if I get your first name?
Yeah, my name is Sydney.
Sydney. Thank you, Sydney. I appreciate your help. Okay, my name's Rudy.
Absolutely.
Okay, and my website is Year of Jubilee, Jubile, if you want to look at other unjustly incarcerated people.
Okay, yeah.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Thanks for your time.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye.